your corner room overall? What are some of the things standing out to you at that spot?
Well, that position, the first thing you have to have is you have to have an edge and a great sense of urgency. And nothing creates that more than competition. So whether that's the addition of Storm Duck, Johnny Dixon continuing to get better and better, Daquan Hardy's having a heck of a spring, Cam Miller's coming, the young guys are really getting better and getting in there. You just can't be comfortable because it's the nature of that position, because what happened a year ago really doesn't matter. So I think Kalen's taking that to heart. You watch him, his competitive edge hasn't dropped off from where it was a year ago. And we need that, because obviously we need him to be a guy. We lost a heck of a player, and we need him to embrace having that target on him this year.
As well as Abdul played last year, where can he get even better, and how open is he to the kind of coaching it takes to get to the level that you want him to get to?
Well, Abdul wants to be great, and so most great players, they know that they have to improve. Most great players are obsessed with improvement more so than the fact that, yes, they flashed and made plays. Abdul obviously can make a play. He can flash and make a play, and a guy like that, it makes it very easy to try to put him in situations to make plays. But in terms of down after down, being where you're supposed to be and understanding the ins and outs of the defense, and also being able to play multiple positions, Abdul will be the first to tell you he has a lot of room to grow in that, and it's been fun to get through this spring and not have to worry about getting ready for a game. And because remember, we didn't have him last spring, and to give him a more foundational base of what we're doing defensively.
Manny, where do you feel the defense is right now versus this point last year?
Well, it's so hard to compare. I mean, this time last year, we were still getting to know each other. We were schematically really learning the ins and outs of what was going on. So you can tell in year two there's a familiarity with that, and it makes it easier in some ways. But that can distract you from really what it takes to build a defense. And a defense has to be rebuilt every year. We do not pick up where we left off a year ago. And that comes back to how we run to the football, how we leverage the football, how we set edges, our toughness, and how we tackle. Spring, you get limited opportunities to do that. And we made our point very clear that it starts again on 0, and we have to build it from 1 to 2 to 3 and go on from that. So that's really where our focus has been. It's hard to compare years, but every team is a new team, and that's where we're at.
Prior to last season, there was
replace so many guys last year coming in your first year in the system. You're gonna have to do it again. It's kind of the trademark of this defense. You send guys on to the NFL. Are you worried about that at all? Do you really have that next man up mentality? I'm sorry for bumping you with the mic.
That's college football, right? I mean, we're used to that. There's always going to be attrition, but we get to add players as well. We're also very thankful for the ones that we have coming back, the ones that either chose that came back or our younger guys. We feel like we've got really talented freshman and sophomore classes. And I think that's part of the allure of coaching in college. It's fun to have that challenge and see guys, understand that there's big shoes to fill. And we lost not just some outstanding players, but some outstanding personalities in our locker room. But that's all part of it. You're always trying to piece it together and find out what's going to make this team go, because it's never the same formula as what it was the year before.
Prior to last year, there was that competition at middle linebacker. Can we get an update on that this year, and how have you seen Elsdon and Kobe progress there?
Well, I think that competition is going to continue, and I don't know that it'll be much different from where it was a year ago in terms of the competition. You've got two guys who played a lot of ball. You can see the difference in confidence in Kobe King now, and where he still at times was behind in terms of calling the fronts and alignments and things like that. I mean, Kobe's confidence is at a different level from where it was certainly a spring ago, and even better than it was during the fall. So that'll only help the football team, and that'll help Tyler. That's going to make Tyler better. And then you've got some positional flexibility, different guys that can move in and play Mike linebacker for in some sub packages. So we're always going to be trying to find a way to get our best 11 guys on the field. But I just know from where we were a year ago, having guys that have done it and have the confidence that they can do it in the Big Ten is a lot different than where we were standing this time last year.